Hi everyone, today I'm sharing a Father's Day card. This is the one that I made for my father-in-law, and I found this bear on page 46 of the Creative Critter 2 cartridge. And as you can see, it had some golfing items too, but since both my father and my father-in-law do not golf, I decided to leave those off and just let the little bear be the card, and then the phrase I put on the inside. So I did the little bear, and then on the inside I put the phrase Happy Father's Day. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how I put the card together. I have the pieces cut out for the one that I'm going to make for my father, so let's get started. As you can see, here's my card base. And what I did is just in Cricut Craft Room, I put the bear at 5 inches, and then I clicked on it and copied the image, pasted one right next to it, then I flipped it, which I did the V flip so that it would flip up. Then I put them, made sure that they were on the same line, and touched the ears and welded them together. And then when I cut it out, it made this simple card base. And if you have any questions on how I made the card base, please just leave a comment or message me, and I'll do my best to help you make your own card base by welding the images together. Next, I cut out the dad bear, the dad bear shift, and the layer all at 5 inches. So there was the dad bear. I did it in a dark brown, the dad bear shift in like a cream, off-white, beige color, and then the layer in a lighter brown. Okay, and so all I'm going to do is just layer these together. And one tip I would suggest is to make sure that you have them all correct, because there is a right and wrong way, because one of the little ears is smaller than the other ear. So you want to make sure that they're all correct before you start trying to glue anything down. And that's the way it goes right there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to glue these together and then attach them to the card base. Alright, so I'm going to start with my bottom layer with the dark brown, and I'm going to attach the dad shift, the lighter, to it. I'm going to use my tape runner on some of the bigger pieces and like inside the ears. And then I am going to go around with my Scotch glue just around the edges. So that's those two layers. Now I'm going to take, before I start gluing, I'm going to make sure I've got it on the right side. And I do. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over. And again, I'm going to use my tape runner in some of the bigger areas. Then I'll come back with my Scotch glue and go around the smaller areas and around the edges. Alright, so there's our 3 layers glued together. So now we're ready to glue this onto our card base. Okay, so that looks right. So there's our card base. Okay, so now you could leave it like this, but we're going to go ahead and add the little clothes. And like I said, I cut all of the layers out at 5 inches. Then I cut out the accessory and accessory shift. And the accessory I cut out in just light blue. And then the accessory shift I cut out in some pattern paper from the Recollections, the Bright and Basic Path. So now we're just going to attach the shirt to the accessory and the hat. So there's his little outfit. Now we're going to glue the little pattern on the hat. And then one thing that I did do with the little hat, and as you can see on my first one, I did not put a hat because my father-in-law really never wears a hat, so I left the hat off of my first car. But my father wears hats, so I'm going to put the hat on his. And what I decided that I was going to use my white gel pen and just kind of color in the little ball on the hat. Just kind of help it stand out just a little bit. So you can see that it just kind of adds a little something more. Okay? So now we can start gluing our pieces onto the card base. So there's his clothes. And now we can attach the hat. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue around the bottom because the hat's going to be sticking off his head just a little bit. So there we go. So now you can see that. You can see the little ball on his hat. So there's the one with a hat. So now all we have left is to put the phrase Happy Father's Day on the inside. So let me show you. I cut out the Happy Father's Day in a light green that kind of went along with my pattern paper, that kind of coordinated with it. So I cut it out, and I cut it out at 2 inches. And then I cut out the phrase shift. As you can see here, there's your phrase and then the phrase shift. I cut out the phrase shift in the light blue. If you can tell, that the light blue that matches his shorts and the rim of his hat. So now, just on the inside, I'm going to attach. And again, just using the Scotch Scrapbooker's glue, I'm just going to dab some on it. If you had a Xyron sticker machine, you could definitely run this through there and just make it into a sticker. So then I'm just going to stick it down. There we go. So there's Happy. Now, like I said, I'm going to take out the green fathers and replace it for the blue fathers. And then the green day. And there you go. There's your phrase on the inside. So then this completes the little bear Father's Day card. Like I said, it's very simple. You just cut out the bear and the pieces, put it all together, and then on the inside I glued the phrase. Like I said, if you need any help welding, getting the card base, please just let me know. And the great thing about this card is that it could be used for all occasions, just by changing out the phrase on the inside. So I hope you can use this card idea, and thanks for watching.